guys, I have to let you know, I'm giving you a lawful directive to go across the street. If you guys don't, there's a potential that you could be detained, summoned, or arrested.
Okay. And
you are being recorded. Something we have to say for our policy, which I'm sure you guys know.
Okay, and the reason that we need to move is
it's just a lawful order. I mean, like I said, though, it's
what law?
It's an officer safety issue.
What law is that?
That's something we can look into later. Right now, it would just be like refusing to like unlawful orders. I'd have to look up the exact one. Okay.
Right.
But
so you're kind of used
safety issue right now.
Safety. Okay, so you're kind of used to just saying it's a lawful order without having any idea what law backs that order? Because that's what lawful order means. In part one of this video, Officer Dennerstein tried to establish that we get to record police activity because he's okay with it. How's it going?
You guys know I'm pretty laid back about the recording and stuff.
Then once he believed that he had established that we get to record simply because he's okay with it and because he's, quote, laid back about it, he then revokes his consent. Because if it was given by him, it can be taken by him.
The lieutenant has asked me to have you guys at least go across the street. We're going to have a unit, we're going to bring them up here, we're going to be giving them keys, we're going to slowly be shutting down the block. I'm not even necessarily talking about how you guys yet. Hopefully it doesn't even get to that point.
So he stated that for now we have to move across the street, but that they will gradually be shutting down the entire block and sending us down the road. Now, before the era of private individuals documenting police activity, shutting down a city block for something like this just didn't happen. Because I knew that after asking politely they would move to using threats and even to using violence, I decided to go live for our safety. I gotta go live first, man.
It's just a dangerous spot, that's all I'm asking, okay? At least across the street and then we'll go from there, but we are working on shutting the block down, okay?
How come you're gonna shut the block down? So Officer Dennerstein cites that the reason we have to leave is because this area is, quote, not safe. But notice that only the 3 cameramen have to move. Nobody gets evacuated from their apartments or homes. And rightfully so. There is just not enough of a threat to rationalize evacuating this block. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. Looks like everything's operating properly. We're out here this afternoon with Officer Dennerstein. They may or may not have someone inside of this unit. Hey, do you want me to just go in and check, man?
No, man.
I'm just kidding. I'll just stand here. So Dennerstein wants us to go...
This is what we call the kill zone.
Kill zone.
Kill zone. The area of a military engagement with a high concentration of fatalities. Guys, we are going to pick this video apart bit by bit, piece by piece, because people like Dennerstein and Jones say things all the time, but they don't understand that words have meaning. Officer Dennerstein just claimed a couple of things here. 1, he claimed that this is a military engagement. The second claim that Officer Dennerstein made here when he called this a kill zone is that there are a high concentration of fatalities right here in the area of this military engagement. I currently don't see any dead bodies here, but according to the words of Officer Dennerstein, people die right where I'm standing in high concentrations during military engagement.
This is what we call the kill zone.
Okay.
If someone's supposedly armed with a knife, it's not safe for you guys to be in front of the doorway. So I'm asking you respectfully if you could please go across the street for now.
What's the range on a knife? I'm just asking. What's the range on a knife? 21 feet. And I get it. I sincerely appreciate him letting me know that there's potential danger. And that's what government's good for, is letting you know that there's potential danger in the world, right? Because you never would have known if government didn't tell you. So he wants us to go across the street. We'll see what we're going to do here. I'm not entirely sure yet either, because there's purposes for asking us to move. For example, having the vehicle here. See, the problem here is that these specific officers on this scene have told us to get away from their scenes simply because they don't want us recording, when we legally and lawfully can be there, and when we're not in their way or preventing them from doing their job. Due to this, we can't just respect their wishes and move every time they tell us to, because previously they have simply told us to move time and time and time again just to prevent us from documenting their activities. Maybe we leave one camera up here, up front, and I'll go over there. I do want to be reasonable about making sure that I'm genuinely not, you guys know that word, interfering. Where I'm not blocking them from actually doing their job. But as far as needing to move for our safety, that's not going to be a thing. Looks like Mario's going to set up his rig there.
And they're going to chase us away with their magic tape.
Guys, I have to let you know, giving you a lawful directive to go across the street. If you guys don't, there's the potential that you could be detained, summoned, or arrested.
Okay.
You are being recorded. Something we have to say for our policy, which I'm sure you guys know.
Okay, and the reason that we need to move is?
It's just a lawful order. I mean, like I said, though, it's
what law?
It's an officer safety issue.
What law is that?
That's something we can look into later. Right now, it would just be like refusing to, like, unlawful orders. I'd have to look up the exact one. Okay.
Right.
But
so you're kind of used
safety issue right now.
Safety. Okay, so you're kind of used to just saying it's a lawful order without having any idea what law backs that order? Because that's what lawful order means. So Dennerstein has made a lot of claims here. One, he said that this is a military operation, that there's lots of dead bodies, and now he's claimed that he's giving us a lawful order. That would mean he's giving us an order to obey a law, but he doesn't have a clue what law he's allegedly giving us an order to obey. He said, we'll figure that out later. Could you imagine running around threatening and using violence against people while claiming that it's lawful, but not having a clue what the law is? So Dennerstein.
Hey Chris, go back here.
So what we're going to do is we're going to leave the one camera there, Dennerstein. We're going to work with you here. We're going to leave the one camera up there, and we're going to go across the street. Is that fair enough? The cam?
Once we get more officers, we'll just have a conversation about it, okay? But we just have to focus on this.
It's not optional. We're going to leave a camera there, and we will back up. What's your name?
No, we're not. So
Officer Mings.
Here, can I talk?
Why are your guys always acting up?
Can I talk to you over here as far as why it's a safety issue?
It doesn't matter why it's a safety issue. The right to record you guys is inherent, okay?
Look,
and it's not
recording stuff. I've never have.
Then what's the problem with the camera being up there?
Here's the issue with that. What if the guy's in there and he's watching some kind of live stream?
It's not live.
He sees our tactics and sees what he's doing.
If you hit,
So that's why.
the only reason that's
Look, if you agree, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. But I'm just
we weren't
letting you
even
know.
live until you started acting like an idiot.
I'm being friendly. I'm just.
It doesn't
telling
matter how friendly you are when you tell someone to do something under threat of violence.
You can be upset. Or
Hey,
not agree
ask
with
me
it,
this.
but I'm trying to be as fair as I can.
How about this? Is it friendly if I ask you if I can f you in the ass? If I say it politely? How politely do I need to say something to someone that I shouldn't say for it to be friendly? So at this point, Dennerstein is claiming to be friendly while threatening violence against us if we don't stop exercising our right to record him. They've already established that they don't want us to just move so that we're not physically in their way, because they've told us that they are going to gradually move us all the way down the street to where we can't see or document anything. So Dennerstein thinks that using a calm tone of voice while violating the law makes him friendly. This reminds me of the video of the most polite robbery.
Now, if you do me a favor,
Yes.
would you empty that till for me, please? Put it right here.
What do you mean?
Empty the till. Put your bills right here. So I'm robbing you, sir.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Why do you want to do that?
Because I need the money. I've got kids that need to be fed, sir.
I know.
I know I am, sir. I realize that. And I really am sorry to have to do this. But I've got kids.
How about if I give you $40 and this is it?
Well, I can't do that, sir. I've got rent to pay, I've got bills, and the kids need to eat. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I really am sorry. And if I ever get back on my feet again, sir, I'll bring it back.
I'm sorry. God be with you, man.
Thank you very much, and with you too.
Thank you.
I don't see Officer Dennerstein as being any different than this armed robber. I'm sure that Dennerstein has bills to pay too. For all I know, he's got children's mouths to feed as well. But no matter how polite Officer Dennerstein is in the commission of his crimes, he is still committing crimes. The only real difference between Officer Dennerstein and that armed robber that we just saw is that Officer Dennerstein has immunity and a gang of 900,000 other blue gang members across the nation to back him up. It's no wonder Officer Dennerstein claims that he's giving a lawful order without even knowing the law. Who needs to know the law when you have a military of 900,000 strong with military equipment across the nation? You don't need to know the law when you've got the biggest stick and you're willing to use it. In part 3, we'll get to meet Officer Dennerstein's supervisor and see where he gets all his ignorance from. We'll also get to see just how far this gang of blue line thugs is willing to push their unlawful orders and threats of violence.